Hello, Pippa.
Hello, greetings
There you
from
are in
far
the
away.
UK. Yes. So we are touching sides with each other for Authentic Resilience Tribe tomorrow. But let's start with a pretend interview. How was the trip?
The trip was, the actual flight was not great, I have to say. The actual flight and then getting to the hotel was not so great, including 6 hours standing in Heathrow Airport, literally standing in queues at Heathrow Airport.
Oh.
It was not fun. But since I've been here in my quarantine hotel, it's actually been quite lovely. And I have to say, it's exactly, oh gosh, I think I've rather needed it, in fact. Some time on my own, time to study, time to work, and have time to myself to read. I mean, I get to read, so it couldn't be any better than that for me, could there?
So is it as bad as everyone says? Because, I mean, it's so interesting for me because you get those who really complain, as per your blog, those who complain and say it's awful, and those like you who say, well, I get time to read and work and be quiet and on my own.
Yeah. Look, there is a difference. There's a big difference in standards of hotels, and there's a great big difference between them. And unfortunately, you don't get to choose which hotel you go to. You get allocated a hotel. I have been fortunate to be allocated to a very nice holiday inn, which is perfectly adequate. But I know some people are not as lucky as that.
Okay.
And yet I do still think a lot of it is about your mental attitude when you go in, about how you're going to make the most of your time as well.
Yeah. And acceptance. You can't fight it.
Acceptance, absolutely.
Yeah.
Acceptance, yeah.
So while you're there, we are in Cape Town, Joburg, in South Africa, are busy experiencing the rise of the third wave again. And there have been a lot of reports on, especially in Johannesburg and Gauteng. So and it feels like it's creeping closer and closer again. People having to shut down.
I'm interested how you feel about that, because I mean, for you guys who all had it in December, it means you're just coming out of the window of that, of your immunity.
But are we? The jury's out, because there's so many different opinions around that. But yes, I personally am being a lot more careful than I was. So I'm far more aware now, and I think we all need to be.
Yeah. And I think that what that talks to us about is about this huge level of uncertainty that we're all facing. Uncertainty about the third wave, whether it's coming, when it's coming, how hard it's going to hit. And in your case, Gabi, for people like you who've had it, can I get it again? For people who've just having their vaccines, does that mean I can get it? So much uncertainty.
Yes, absolutely. So much uncertainty. So I don't know what about you, but what I've been seeing a lot of in my practice at the moment is exactly that. People dealing with so much anxiety. There's like free range anxiety levels are huge. And so I thought we could discuss that a little bit because as per our 10 R's, the temptation with anxiety is to shut it down and say, well, I don't want to go there. I'm just going to get busy, do things that take my attention away from it, and pretend it's not there. And as you and I know, that doesn't work, does it?
Absolutely. So I have also been seeing a lot of I think even more than uncertainty, what I've been seeing a lot of is overwhelm. And I think I've seen a lot of people feeling really overwhelmed with everything that they're facing. Now, a really useful tool, which I know that you teach in your coaching practice and I do as well, is this beautiful tool to help you unbundle when things feel absolutely overwhelming and you kind of don't know where to start. Is to start with this fantastic tool about what can I accept, and we talk about this in the third R about our responsibility. But it's this great tool for a lot of you who did the course a while ago. We wouldn't have taught this, and it's this divide. Literally, draw yourself 3 columns, and in your left-hand column, put what is in my control, and in the middle column, you put influence. What can I try and influence? And in the right-hand column, you put accept. What do I just need to accept? And I don't know about you, but I find it sometimes easier to start with the accept, to start over on that side with what do I just need to accept?
So I work it the other way around, purely because sometimes I find that I think that something's within my control, and then I realize when I'm doing the exercise that it isn't. So then it goes in, then it goes right into the, I just have to accept that column. But it's a great tool, as you said, and I have found it very useful with a lot of my clients, and particularly now, those who are experiencing high levels of anxiety around the third wave, that exactly that. So what's within my control is how I protect and look after myself, where I go, when I go there, how I sanitize, how I wash my hands, if I wear a mask, how often I wear a mask. What can I influence? Well, when I see people, when I don't see people, all of that you can influence. What do you have to let go of? The outcome. Because who knows? Who knows where, when, if you're going to get it. So yeah, it is a great tool, and it's one that we don't just use for big things, but for small things, for everything.
Exactly. And it can be for the small things, but it's particularly when you feel in a situation where things feel really bound up and you don't even know where to start, and it can help just unravel things into, because what I was talking to somebody about yesterday is the stuff in the accept column you can just leave alone. You don't have to worry about that anymore, because there's nothing that you can do about it, which means that the stuff which is in the control and in the try, you can really focus your attention on there. And then when you can focus your attention on what's in the try column, then it means that you're not wasting energy into what you just need to accept, but you can actually focus your attention on what you can possibly have an outcome on to change the situation.
The other thing with high levels of anxiety, which might not be just around third wave, but all sorts of things, job loss, illness, uncertainty, not being able to find a job. I have a lot of young people in my practice who can't find work, is not to try to pretend you don't feel it, but to lean in rather than lean out, right? And we talk about that in the 10 hours as well, but it's a nice reminder that when we feel anxious, we tend to want to go, oh, what can I do to avoid that feeling? In actual fact, leaning into the feeling and understanding exactly what the anxiety is a lot more useful, because then you can break it down. So instead of having this generalized sense of anxiety, you can actually get on top of exactly what is it that I'm feeling? Why am I nervous about that? Can I do something about it? And if so, what am I going to do about it?
Yeah. And very interesting. I've been doing so much reading on that, because I finished reading Susan David's Emotional Agility, which I'm going to be reviewing in our next book review. And I've gone on to reading a fantastic book after that called How to Be Sad. And so both of them speak very much into what we talk about, which is about not ignoring emotions and pretending that they're going to go away, but actually just getting in and sitting down with them, about really just coming to terms with them. And if you can sit with them, even the ones that feel really hard to bear, that they in fact won't engulf you, but it's only sitting with them and moving through them that you are going to get through the difficult experience, and acknowledging all of those emotions. It's so crucial. And oh my goodness, I wish I'd learned this a long time ago. I really do.
And it's hard because it feels counterintuitive, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It so feels counterintuitive. But as we know, it's the only thing that will really get you to process the emotion. And until you've processed it, your brain's going to hold on to it.
Yeah,
you've got to process it so that you can let it go and you can not get stuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
But keep moving forward. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. And then I also thought maybe we could tell everyone, because we've got a few exciting things coming up.
Yeah.
So you guys will remember we did a full day purpose and meaning workshop about 2 months ago, and we've got a long list of people who are really interested. So we're going to put on another one. We've moved it. It was going to be in June, but it's now going to be in July because of the third wave. So we're going to do it on Saturday, the 24th of June in Cape Town. July. Thank you. Saturday, 24th of July, and it'll be in my home, and we can only fit sort of 14 to 15 people maximum, taking COVID into account. So watch out for that brochure and make your booking if you're interested. Make your booking fast, otherwise you will lose out.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So yeah, we had such an amazing feedback from our last one. So do come and join us gosh, it's so nice for us to see real live people and do real live workshops. So we'd love to see some of you there for that. Then the other thing is, we're really, as you know, we've been working very hard on, but it is becoming closer than ever, is the launch of our self-study course. So last year we did a lot of work. Oh my goodness, so many hundreds of hours on writing our course up, recording it, filming it, and then it's now doing the last bit where we're just checking over the workbooks and the last bit of the Kajabi site. And we are so excited that it's really just about to happen. We've got orders already in and people already excited and ready for it. But this is a really great opportunity. If you think, well, I've already done the course, I don't need to. The fantastic thing about this is it's deeper learning, and it's learning that you can stay with and keep coming back to. So it's about 9 hours of video content, live, of our own video content, then plus a lot of other extra resource video content as well. Very, very interactive workbook. We're going to suggest that you do the course over 12 weeks, one module a week, but you can speed it up or slow it down as you want to. But this is certainly the deepest version of the 10 hours of authentic resilience that you can get. So it's a great companion to, if you did the course a couple of years ago and you're kind of like thinking, what was that thing? What does robust revolutionary thinking actually mean? This is the way to go and remind yourself of how to really dive into those tools, that you've got them when you need them.
Absolutely. And the great news is that if you do buy the course, you have access to it for a whole year. So yeah, you can take your time, or you can revisit it, or you take lots of notes. Yeah, it's really exciting. I'm really excited about that launch.
And there's going to be a very, very special offer for your tribe, for tribe members to begin with. So
absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. And a small sort of soft launch trial group of people. So if you're desperate to be on that trial group, let us know.
Yes, please do. Yeah. And in that trial group, we'd like some feedback as well. So we'd like to do a bit of a focus group with people as well. So please let us know if you'd like to be part of that group in a couple of weeks' time. And what else? A retreat at the end of the year.
Yes, a retreat at the end of the year. But I think we'll share that later. That'll be at Temenos. And if we can travel, we'll do one further afield as well, because I always feel it's not fair we sort of stick to Cape Town, but we've had to for a while.
Yeah.
So have an amazing time in the UK. Stay safe.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Safe. And I will share some book reviews with you, and I will keep chatting on the group and let you know how I'm doing. But it's great to see you all. And so we'll keep checking in with you. Thank you.
Fabulous. Okay, Pips. See you soon.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.